Thinking about making that move to Florida, or you're just interested to hear more about the hottest next master plan community in Jacksonville? That's right, everRANGE. We're talking builders, floor plans, timelines. We're going to touch up on pricing, recent announcements so that you're ready to build that brand new home. This is for my early adopters. Let's get into it right now. All right, really quick, welcome to my channel. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you do. You can subscribe right here, and a really quick way, easy way to utilize this channel. As you notice here, we have 267 videos. That's a lot. So if you're not searching for something in particular, you can go ahead to playlist, and we're going to try to organize our videos from here on out. As you see here, we have all videos about living in Silverleaf. We have videos about everRANGE, which we're making today. We have videos as 2 years old, 8 months, 1 month, 13 days ago, so we can keep you on track of what's going on in the everRANGE development. St. Johns County in general, we have 26 videos there. Nocatee, 64 videos here that we've done as well, if you're interested in that community. And then finally, also floor plans, you can press over here. So just to keep it organized, 267 videos. If you would, go ahead and subscribe, press like, and most importantly, in the comments, if there's something we haven't covered, people, I would love for you to put in the comments anything that you would like me to cover. All going on here in Northeast Florida in the burbs of Jacksonville and St. Augustine. All right, let's get into it. Floor plans here in everRANGE, Mariposa. All right, so if you haven't heard about everRANGE, it's the next master plan community by the Parc Group. They are responsible for the famous Nocatee master plan community, which is rounding the corner towards the end. And so right north of Nocatee, in between Nocatee and E-Town, is the new development master plan community everRANGE. And for now, they're announcing here in Jacksonville, Florida, 1,000 acres, 1,500 homes. Again, half the community, half the land here will be preserved. I've done previous videos more in depth about that information if you want to check out those videos, as I mentioned previously, under Living in everRANGE, part of the channel. They are announced 6 unique residential enclaves centrally located off Phillips Highway, US 1 here in Jacksonville. They will have kind of a, what are they calling it? They're calling it a modern rustic, I think, kind of feel to it, kind of a takeoff 20 mile in Nocatee. They will have the golf cart road system. They'll have the welcome center. They'll have the Grove, their amenity hub as well. So far they've announced builders and floor plans for Regency, which is the Toll Brothers 55 plus, and Mariposa, which is the first community that they are promoting very heavily right now. If you want to learn more about everRANGE in general, you can go to everrange.com. Here we are under neighborhoods to navigate around here. Again, a lot of the information has not really been released yet, except for the first couple of communities, which I'm going to discuss today, as well as their floor plans. And that first community is called Mariposa, as you can see here down on the map. It is kind of centrally located. Again, I'm still getting used to their map myself, but here is the neighborhoods right here on the everRANGE location map. So we have an entrance here off of Phillips. You have the Ridge, which will be some Dreamfinders townhomes. Regency, which will be the 55 plus Toll Brothers active adult community, the amenities, and then Mariposa, which is right here in the middle. Mariposa will have 175 home sites from 1,500 to 3,400 square feet, and they will have a mix of builders. And that's what's so great about Parc Group's projects, is they really do mix up the builders, and every builder has a different elevation and floor plan. So it really makes the master plan community, it doesn't make everything look the same, if you will. They do a really good job with the golf cart road system. They do good jobs with community parks and the amenity center and the welcome center. The builders that were announced were David Weekley Homes, Dostie Homes, ICI Homes, Providence Homes, Riverside Homes, and Toll Brothers. And again, they are all going to have multiple floor plans as well. So it's going to be quite a mix of builders and floor plans, which we're going to go through really quick today. A great array of lots as well. And we'll kind of, all right, so this is so exciting to me because this is the actual map of Mariposa, the first community they are definitely heavily promoting and are going to start pre-sales pretty soon. I know the developers making sure builders are getting ready to do pre-sales by December or earlier. I would say as early as after Thanksgiving. So if you're really particular about that lot, if you're smart about that and you want those first choice lots that they release, they're always going to release some pretty good choice lots at the beginning just to get it going, and those will get snapped up quickly. So as you see here, we have 40, 50, and 60-foot lots. And this is including, as I mentioned earlier, David Weekley Homes, Providence Homes, Riverside, Toll Brothers, Dostie, ICI. Now, Providence Homes and David Weekley have not announced their builds yet. And again, the reason why you want to have a realtor to navigate through this, keep in mind that the builders pay our commissions. It's no cost to you. So there's multiple reasons. And if you haven't watched a video on my channel on how the new construction process works, it's a long process from picking the right lot with the right builder, with the right floor plan. There's going to be so many floor plans that we go over today. It's going to be so confusing to you too. So having a real estate professional like myself that know the builders, know the floor plans, already know what reps are going to be in that community and have done as much coverage as I have, I'm really on top of the ball. You want to make sure that you eliminate a lot of that extra wasted time based on what your needs are, what your budget is, what your preference is as far as a single story or two story. What lot do you want? Do you want a lake lot, a preserve lot? Do you want a trophy lake to preserve lot? There's all those different factors in there, and having a real estate professional at no cost to you to help you secure the right lot, the right floor plan quickly. And then you have to determine the structural options, like that extended lanai that I talk about in all my videos. That outdoor living is really important here in Northeast Florida. The elevation, the front look of the home, and then of course your design center visits. And we're one of the very few, if only, that actually provide someone to go to design center with you. That's a 2-day process, 1 to 2 days, depending on the build. And you have to pick out grout colors, countertops, floors, all that. And so we have someone there that's used to work for the builder, has a design background to help you through that at no extra cost to you. That's part of our services. And then, of course, you will want someone walking your lot during the build process. We also include a pre-drywall inspection and final inspection at no charge to you by the third-party inspector, some of the best in town. So those are the services that not only my expertise, but the services that we offer included, and it's no cost to you. The builders pay our commission. And whether or not you use a realtor or not, it's not going to make a difference in your price. The builder does not want to mess up their comps. They're going to be very cautious, especially with the pricing they come out with. Each builder is going to be looking at the other builder as far as what their lot premiums costs are and be comparable so that they're not overpriced or underpriced. So again, you want somebody that's on top of the ball with you to represent you. And then during that build process, it is construction, people. It will have issues here and there. So you want to have an advocate on your behalf. These sales reps work for the builder, not for you. So their first priority is making sure their boss is happy. And if there's issues, you want to have an advocate on your behalf. I call it an umbrella insurance policy, especially when I have as many builds as I do and the relationships I do with the builder. They want to make sure that not only are you happy, but also that I'm happy, since I work with them relentlessly on multiple builds at one time. So also, it's good to have a good relationship with your actual builder. People always ask me all the time, what's the best builder? And I always say, first off, it's really about the lot location and the floor plan. These are all pretty decent builders. They're mid to high tier builders for track building. These aren't custom homes. So they're all decent. It's really about the lot location and the floor plan and the value that you're getting resale. It's all about location. So again, having a real estate professional on your side is going to save you a lot of time, a lot of headaches throughout this whole entire process. Some people don't realize what they're getting into, and even folks that have done it a second time, it's still good to have someone that knows what they're doing, knows the builders, knows the reps, floor plans, et cetera, et cetera. So the benefits of getting in early, of course, is getting those lots that are treasured, and the location is everything. So, all these lots you see here that are on a bend, they pie shape out. Some of them, depending on the orientation you want, it's good to get in there early. They're not going to release all the good lots at the beginning. They're only going to release a few at the beginning, and then save some of the best for last. It just depends on the builder. But it's important to have your ducks in a row. They have their preferred lenders as well. So it's important to also be pre-qualified ahead of time as well. The more you are prepared with your lender, the lot choice, the builder, floor plans that you like, the more likely you're going to get that, because a builder site rep, a sales rep for the builder, if they have two people that are interested in a home, which one are they going to go with? The one that has all their ducks in the order, or are they going to wait for the other person to figure everything out, get their pre-qual, figure out their structural options and all that? And again, that's why you have a good real estate professional goes, here, let's get you pre-qualified. I know who the preferred lenders are. Let's talk about the structural options that you should be considering for this home, and make sure you're in the budget. So I think I've talked enough about that. Let's get into the builders. Okay, so the first builder we're going to bring up on the screen here is Dostie Homes. That's a local builder, been around quite a while here in Northeast Florida. A reputable company, and certainly they have a lot of great floor plans. Now, Dostie Homes will be building on 60-foot home sites, and they're going to be some of your high-end properties. They say here on pricing on the website, low 800s. Again, that's going to be a little deceiving, because the reality is that's just for that particular floor plan. So you've got to add on there from 800,000, you got to add the lot premium. So say the lot premium's 50, 60,000, that would be 860. Then they're going to charge you for the elevation, the design of the front look of the home. And then they're going to charge you for the structural options. And then you're going to go to the design center. So realistically, once you get through design center, after paying all those premiums they're tacked on, you're going to be looking around $1 million for these homes. And again, this is Dostie's, usually some of the more high-end products. They're semi-custom, some really nice finishes. They have the smooth walls and those kind of things. A good local favorite. And again, these homes, you have lots of options here, 4 bedrooms to just over 3,100 square feet. One of their most popular floor plans, definitely the Denali, one of the favorites as well. But some great options here. Also the Monarch, if you want to stay on that lower price point, around 2,500 square feet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different floor plans to choose from Dostie. And again, you're going to be looking at, I would say, probably from the 850 to $1,050,000 range, depending how crazy you get in the design center. And again, this is based on lot premiums where they land. They have not come out with pricing just yet on lot premiums. And again, Dostie also will not have a model in everRANGE until the new year for sure. All right, ICI Homes definitely been a favorite. They've really improved over the years with their customer service, and their floor plans are pretty popular. They are located in Florida, but they are a pretty big company. I would say they're national, even though they're mostly in Florida. Great builder. This is going to be a lot of options for you with ICI. Now, ICI, I will say right off the bat, is one of the few builders that will do any customizations for you, but they will charge you for it. So if you're really looking for those tall ceilings, you're looking for customizations, you love the transom windows, they have some really popular floor plans. And of course, ICI will be offering 6 floor plans between 2,500 and 3,400 square feet, and they will be on 60-foot lots. So here we have the Brooklyn model, which is a popular floor plan. Also a smaller version of the Brook, which is on a larger lots, I think 70, 80-foot floor plan. But this is built on a 60-foot. It's called the Brooklyn. We'll start in the mid 800s. go up to 32, 34 square feet. So realistically, once you add the lot premium, structural options, design center visit, you're going to be roughly around the upper 900s to low $1 million range realistically. The Costa Mesa, again, a very popular floor plan with my empty nesters. You can do 4-bedroom, 3-bath. I believe you can add a loft on there as well if you want to go bigger with it. But again, that will start at the $700,000 range, which will put you roughly around 900, 950. Now, from what I understand, I think pricing is going to be a little bit better than in Nocatee. This is not St. Johns County, but they are going to be a little more aggressive with pricing here in this master plan community of everRANGE. Again, some other great options if you're looking for single story, the Davenport. Of course, the most popular floor plan by ICI, I built a lot of these, are the Palos Verdes. Great floor plan with an office and master downstairs. You have the tall ceilings as soon as you walk in. Nice kitchen, open floor plan, and then you have the loft upstairs with 3 more bedrooms. So great floor plan, really popular, just under 3,200 square feet. Again, that one's going to be in the, I would say you're going to be around the $1 million range on that home as well. Again, lot premiums have not come out yet, so I'm just speculating. Don't take it literally, people. Okay, so welcome to Riverside Homes. They're another local builder. I do like Riverside Homes. One of my favorite options that they have is that smooth walls that are included in your build. Not a lot of people are interested in knockdown or knockdown walls, if you will. So they have that option of smooth walls, which is popular. I think I was trying to say textured walls is another word for knockdown. But people like smooth walls better. They have the floor plans with the tall ceilings, the transom windows, adding a lot of light, brightness. They've also been really innovative with new floor plans the last year or two, which I like. They're going to be building on 40-foot and 60-foot, 40-foot and 50-foot floor plans. So they came out with a new floor plan called the Atlas. 4-bedroom, just under 2,200 square feet. They're trying to make something affordable, very efficient with space. This is a great new floor plan. I'm super excited about it. Again, you're going to be in the 500s. Add your floor plan, your lot premium. Add your design center visit, your structural options, your elevation, the look of your front home, and I think you're going to be in the mid 6s. Trying to keep it affordable for those folks buying their first home or even their second home, if you will. And then, of course, the Liberty for all my folks up north that like the master upstairs. That is a great option in the 600s range once you get deck it out for 2,400 square feet. And then, of course, some of their other favorites, Naples, the Naples 2. Finally, the Palmetto, which is a newer floor plan that they started in Nocatee with really tall ceilings and transom windows. Again, that will be in the lower price points than you would see in a Nocatee. Sebring, again, great floor plan with lots of options. And then, of course, my favorites definitely are these 50-foot product. A really popular one that we sell a lot of is the Sawyer, which again can do 5 bedrooms, even 6 bedrooms, I believe. That's for my big families, just under 3,000 square feet. Really popular floor plan. And again, this one should be, if they can get this in the 8s, that'd be fantastic. Really great affordable homes for big families on a 50-foot lot. And then, of course, my folks that want something a little bit lower in the price point below that would be the Walton, very popular. And they're introducing another floor plan called the Scarlet, which is going to be under 2,800 square feet. And they're going to really make that one affordable too. I think 750 to 800. So that's going to be one to look out for. That's going to be the model as well. And a little secret is that these people are really one of the first ones out the gate. So if you're liking their floor plans and you want a good lot, give me a call, because these folks will be one of the first to get going, and the opportunities on best lots will definitely be with them for sure. And they're pretty affordable, great builders. So that will be Riverside Homes. And again, they're hoping to have their models up as early as March. So they're really getting some definitive answers on timelines and everything. And they'll be selling before the end of the year, folks. So be ready. Okay, so I know a lot of you love Toll Brothers. They will be in Mariposa as well as having their own 55 plus community, which I will talk to you about here in the end here. But before we go there, let's talk about the 20 lots they'll have in Mariposa. They're going to be doing the famous Caspian for all my folks that like the master bedroom upstairs. That's a popular one. Again, they're saying from the mid 700s. So if they say mid 700s, added about $150,000 there, and you're looking at 850, well, 750, 850, 900,000 probably. So I would say 850, 900,000. And if they're saying it's going to be a little bit more affordable than Nocatee, that would be around 950 to $1 million easy all day, depending how you build it out. The Sparrow and the Sparrow Elite, some of their popular floor plans. If you're looking for a single story, 3-bedroom, some great options there in the low 500s will put you at 650 or whatnot. Here's a nice 3-car garage. Again, these single story homes take a bigger footprint, so it's really important if you're looking for that bigger footprint home, you're going to need the right lot for it. And, there's not a lot of forgiveness in these 50-foot lots. Now, just because the builder says it's a 50-foot lot doesn't mean it necessarily is exactly 50 feet. It could it can fan out at least like 100 feet. So let's see if this works here. One of the cool things about Toll Brothers is they actually put the lot sites available on their website. Let's see if that works here. So let's see if this happens here. So this is actually their website. The developer would rather you spend time on their website, but Toll Brothers also includes their site map on their webpage showing the actual lots that's available. So they're getting ready for pre-sales. As you can see, home site 65 is available. As you see here, it even has 120 feet deep. 50 feet wide on this one. But if you look over here, some of these pie shape, this is a reverse pie. This one's 68 feet on the back, 95 feet on the front. So just because they're calling them a 50-foot lot doesn't mean they're not bigger, right? But this is going to be released first, 65, 52, which is 50 feet, 120 feet. So they're one of the few builders that are very interactive in getting their site maps up. And some of you that go to these websites say, oh, I can do this on my own. But Toll Brothers, again, just because they're Toll Brothers doesn't mean your build's going to be smooth sailing. I can tell you from experience on there, you want to have a real estate professional on your corner and your side through this build process with Toll Brothers. But again, I like how they do this. They're very smart about that. And here at the end here, I'll talk about their new 55 and plus community, which is a first for them. All right, here we are. Finally, Toll Brothers has announced the 55 plus active adult community brand Regency to Northeast Florida. This is a first for us and also for Parc Group. I've noticed they've always done their active adult communities with Pulte Homes. But the complaint with Pulte Homes is they did a fantastic job with their clubhouse and amenities and club activities and whatnot. But people just felt like they didn't have enough luxury. So maybe that's why we're giving Toll Brothers opportunity with their Regency brand coming to everRANGE with a whole bunch of different floor plans. They have 2 different types of floor plans. Here we have the Adonis, the Blossom, the Carling from the low 500s, and then some of the larger homes, 2,500 to just under 2,900 square feet, starting in the 600. So I'm guessing those homes are going to be, again, around the 750, 800 range. The lower ones maybe in the 650 to 750. So a little more luxury, a little more variety other than Pulte Homes. And this community, again, I love how Toll Brothers will include the site maps of the available homes. For sure, you can see here literally the home sites in the community. So if you're looking for that cul-de-sac lot or that lake to preserve lot, you can kind of speculate on the lot numbers here what would be of most interest to you. And I will also mention that they will have their own private amenities, so you have a little bit higher HOA in this neighborhood, as well as your CDD fee for being part of everRANGE. And for that, you will also have a man-gated entryway as well. which is good. So again, the 2 different floor plans with the depending on the size home you're looking for, Regency will have that to offer for you. All right, let's wrap this up. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video going over everRANGE, the first 2 communities. We talked about Mariposa, we talked about Regency, and the floor plans and the builders. Please don't forget the builders pay our commission as a marketing fee. So it is at no cost to you to have an advocate. I get people that come up to me and go, I didn't know I could use a realtor through the build process. Yes, you can, you should. You need an advocate on your behalf. The builders reps, salespeople work for the builder. So you want someone looking out for your best interests that has the relationships, that has the experience. And again, as I mentioned earlier, part of our services, we do include someone to attend design center with you that has a background, that used to work for the builder, as well as the builder's design center people walking you through that process. We also include the pre-drywall inspection and the final inspection at no cost to you. Fantastic reports to have in your home, not just to guarantee that your home is built properly, but to also have that historical data. The reports are very thorough. And again, you can call me, text me, or email me. I have the relationship with the builders. And if you're holding out for that particular lot, that would be the value in itself to have somebody that has those relationships already to help you get that preferred lot. So don't wait. They are actually starting pre-sales as early as after Thanksgiving here in November of 2025. So if you're want to be ahead of the game, you want to start now. So you can text, call, or email me. Information will be in the description. It will be pinned to the comments. And of course, if you haven't watched any of the other videos on everRANGE, check out this next video and I will see you there.